Okay, pre-race, the night before the race, did like a 2-mile warm-up at practice and then a 400 at like 64. I was trying to go 60, but I messed up the pace and really didn't go well. But then I did two 200s in spikes at one at 29 and one at 28. So hopefully that's why I can go out. If I can go out in a 28, that'd be awesome. And just hang on, we're going for 2 flat, that's the goal. You know how marathoners like take a picture of their kit? You know, they got all the stuff, they got their singlet, they've got their shorts, they've got their energy gels, you know, everything. I really don't have much other than sweats, singlet, shorts, lucky race day shirt that I always wear. That's pretty much it. We'll put that right there until tomorrow morning. So, you might be wondering about the race up in Idaho. It's on, I guess, the boards is what all the cool runners call it. But it's on the wooden track up at Idaho State. It's quite a drive up there. It's going to be a long drive tomorrow. So I'm going to go to my dance class in the morning. Ends at 9:50. Hop on a carpool with some of the other guys at like 10. Drive up there. Race the 800. Cheer on my friends doing the mile and all the others events. And then we drive home. So it's going to be a crazy long day, but it's going to be fun. How do I think I'm going to do? It's interesting. Okay, I am not cut out for winter sports. Winter sports hate this Arizonan boy for some reason, okay? So I told you before the other meet that I hurt my hip sledding. Well, just so happens that I went ice skating yesterday and took quite a tumble and bruised my tailbone and back and hip. Kind of bad, it's not terrible, but it's a little bit painful. So, yeah, this is just to see what we can do. You know, I raced an 800 in the last meet and ran 2:05. I was dead after I ran the mile. So this is like my debut collegiate freshman 800 indoor performance. And I'd love to break 2. That'd be awesome. We're just gonna see how this goes. Hopefully the hip holds up and we're just gonna gun it. You know, those 28s, 29s, they felt pretty good. If I can go out in like a 28 and then run like a 60 for that lap and then just whatever I've got, kick it in and hopefully break 2. But you know, whatever happens, happens. It's still indoor. We're training for that outdoor season, so it's gonna be fun. One other funny thing, I fell asleep in class today. I've never fallen asleep in a class before. Like, I never did. Never in high school, never in college yet until today. But I had an early, some of you have been watching the channel for a while. I work as a custodian for one of the buildings on campus, and sometimes I have to take a really early morning shift, which is 5 to 9 a.m. Kind of brutal. Yeah, you got to get up early and walk through the cold. I got about like 5 hours of sleep before that shift and went to that and then was in history class. Nothing against the professor. Such an awesome class. We were learning about Columbus crossing the oceans and the trade winds and the way the ocean currents move ships and the way it affected European trade and expansion. So if you're a history geek, quite interesting. But he was saying something and I remember just doing like the, you know, that thing that happens when you're really tired. And then it just happened, and pretty soon I looked over and the guy next to me was zipping up his backpack and half the class was empty, so I was just, okay, whew. I do feel rested. I just wish I could power nap on command and not in class. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. We're gonna get to bed early tonight, get a good night's sleep, and race tomorrow. Please stick around for the race, considering that subscribe button to help support me on this journey of mine as I'm trying to walk on to the Brigham Young University track team. Could take me a couple months, could take me a couple years. That's why I'm vlogging this journey for you, to show you that it is possible and that you can do anything that you put your mind to. So come on, stick around. Let's go tomorrow. Just some quick advice, never buy your track spikes from Dick's Sporting Goods. They're crazy expensive. It was like $1 per spike. Here we are at the Stacy Dragila indoor track meet. It's gonna be fun. Everybody else on my team is racing the mile. I'm the only one racing the 800. But it's gonna be fun. Oh, there goes the gun. I get to watch them, and then I get to do my race, and we'll just see. Put my seat time 1:59. It's a wood track. It's definitely wood. I thought it was like made out of wood, and then they like had a rubber coating. No, it's like straight wood. So this is gonna be cool. I have to get some special spikes, just needle ones, to be able to run this track. So hopefully they'll be good, and I'm just excited. I think I'm ranked like 6th in my heat. The fastest is 1:56 all the way down to a 2 flat. So right in the mix there, and should run a fast time. And here we have Jared warming up for his mile. He did super good. I think he ran like a 4:45, something right around there. Next, we've got Brooks's heat of the mile, which he absolutely blew away. For the first couple of laps, he kind of just sat in like 4th, slowly moved up to 3rd and to 2nd. But then with about 2 laps to go, and this is an indoor mile, so about a 400 to go, he just took control of this race, opened up a huge lead, and came through the line with an awesome PR of 4:27. What a great race by Brooks. Now, Chris had an absolutely awesome meet. He did the mile and 3K double. So for his mile, kind of just sat within the pack for a little bit, but then he decides to take control of the race, opened up a pretty sizable lead. He ended up taking 2nd in the race, but with a 4:18, absolutely nothing to be disappointed about. I think he ran something in the 8:20s for his 3K. So that was just crazy. You can see him here, starts to pull away a little bit, and then comes through the finish absolutely flying, almost catches the guy, but 4:18. Whew, good job, Chris. Next, we've got the women's mile. We had Georgia, Sarah, and Avery in this race, and they all ran super well.
Let's go, Georgia!
You see Georgia fly by here. Georgia passes Sarah. Sarah still had a great race, and then we got Avery, who didn't think she was going to do super well, but she hung in there, and I think ran a really great time. And here we are, the moment you've all been waiting for, my 800-meter performance at the Stacy Dragila invite at Idaho State University. So I'm hip number 5, and you know me, I'm not very good with starts, so let's watch this. Gun goes off, and instantly I fall back into last. I just felt it'd be more comfortable to be able to stay in lane 1 if I could see right in front of me, and I kind of like to play the game of chase the pack instead of lead the pack. So we come through, and this, I'm like, okay, I think I can get around this guy. Nope. Get pushed, fly way out into lane 3. I hear my coach yelling, lane 1, lane 1, lane 1, Nathan. So I get back into there, probably ran a couple extra meters, so I'm already really jostled. So we're coming through the 400 here, and I'm already like, oh man, okay, my mind's already not in this, but we're gonna hang in here. I'm kind of just sitting middle of the pack, and everybody, they just got such strong arms. I don't look like an 800-meter runner, but we'll change that. We're working on some strength training and hopefully fix that posture with some time in the gym. But here we go, 1 lap to go, and you know, the guys are starting to pull away a little bit, but there's me and these 2 guys right in front of me where I'm like, yeah, I can catch them both. I've got to do it on a straightaway. Can't do it on the curves. I'm not doing that. So I start to really drive the knees. We come around that final corner, and by this point, like, I see the clock. It's like 1:55, 1:56, 1:57, and then I finally come through. I thought it was like a 2:01, ends up being 2:02. So not a terrible performance, you know. Altitude converts to about a 2 flat 0.9-ish. So really, like, I hit my goal, but I was pretty disappointed after that. You can see I got my coach to film this. He kind of just follows me. I was so exhausted to watch this. It cuts right there, but I kind of just flopped over. Okay, so you probably heard me commentating that race, but a little post-race debrief. I'm not in 800 shape right now, but 202 isn't bad, you know. Like, I have to put things in perspective. I'm like, last year I was still doing preseason. Like, this is my 2nd 800. I've done 2 800s, 2 miles, and like, I wouldn't even have had my first race in high school. So like, this is still really good for me. But man, when I got that after that first lap,
what was I doing in lane 3? I don't know, because in my mind I was like, I can get around him. Like I could just get around that guy right before the turn and then go around, but didn't have enough speed or momentum and just got pushed way outside. It was really weird. I didn't realize the track is seriously just wood boards. Like no rubber coating, straight up wood is painted. But that was interesting experience. I think it's probably a pretty fast track, just I didn't have time to think. Like seriously, just boom, gun went off. The only like mental move I make was like, okay, I'll get around this guy after the first lap, and that pushed me way on lane 3. Completely like freaked out. I wasn't freaked out, but like it jarred me a little bit. I was like, oh, well, great. Get back in. And about that time, like in that first lap, my heart rate, I had a good warm up, but probably skyrocketed from like 100 maybe at the start, just like boom, 190. And because that's the thing, I naturally have a really high heart rate. Like on a 5-mile tempo, within 2 miles, I'll be 185, 186, but my breathing will be so relaxed, but my heart rate's just way up there. But man, I could feel my heart rate in the back of my head. That's when I know that I'm giving an all-out effort. And by the end, yeah, I should have thought of it like a mile because it's 4 laps, but even like that third lap of this 800, so like from 400 to 600, like thought went through my mind, okay, save a little bit for the end. But I was like, no, we're gonna gun it like this is the last lap, because that's what I've been trying to work on. And I did that, and yeah, it surprised me, I still finished, but that was very painful. And I was really hoping sub 2, but you know, I didn't run sub 2 till April last year. And so still need to get back up into it. We haven't even run 40 miles a week yet. I ran 39 last week. We're gonna aim for 43, 44 this week. So, you know, this is just the beginning. You know, we're training for outdoor. These indoor races are just fun to check my fitness. Yeah, such an amazing facility. Shout out Idaho State. This dome is absolutely amazing. Such a cool track. Grateful to have the opportunity to be here. Shout out Colin Dilla. Had an amazing race, and I think like 151. Not a PR for him. His PR is like 147. He's crazy fast, but that was awesome to see him race, and just all my other teammates did so good. Such a great meet. Cool down time. We'll do like 1, maybe 2 miles, and then gonna take a nice break, watch some races, do some homework because I'm still in college. Missed some classes today, so I will get that work done. What a great meet. Pretty good race. I'm proud of myself, proud of my team. So, you know what I'm gonna say. Go ahead and say it for me. Run safe and have fun.